going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today's video I'm going to be extending downspout and sump pump tie-in on my own house. And that's right, the same rules apply just as doing other customers. You get your mark out so that way you make sure you don't break any lines, cover yourself. I'm going to be extending my downspout and my sump pump, tying the sump pump into the back of the downspout, running them all the way next to the street to a pop-up emitter, just like I do everywhere else. The reason I'm doing this is to avoid having a washout, because as you can see, these stupid little face plates, they don't do anything. Water still washes out, and I have to do this because my wife wants to extend the garden from here all the way to the sidewalk. So in doing that, I want to make sure it's not going to be messing everything up. So once again, I'm going to be tying sump pump into the back of the downspout out to the street, just like I do for everybody else. And now I've already had the dugout towards the house into the flower bed, and I'm about to cut through the grass. Now, since I don't know exactly where my wife wants to extend the garden out to, the smartest thing to do, if you can for customers, is take a little extra time and edge out. As you can see, you just cut the grass on one side, cut it across, and you can edge it out into pieces of sod, basically. So that way when you're digging out, when you're done and you backfill it in, just throw the grass right back over it, just like this, and it'll look like you had never been there. So sometimes taking that little extra time makes a big difference. And just like that, you edge out the grass all the way to about an inch or two before the curb. You do not break through the curb, as that is illegal, but doing this makes for an easier cleanup and leaves your customer, or in this case me or the wife, happy. So that way less cleanup, and it'll still all look good until I'm done completing everything. There we go. Now I have it all dug out. Now I just got to put the pipe in, make sure I have the correct grade, and then re-backfill everything. Now, and when you connect your sump pump line into your downspouts, please make sure you do glue the 1.5 inch sump pump line, because it is pressurized. If you do not glue it, it will end up blowing apart, disconnecting from the connector pieces. So you don't want that to happen at the coupling or at the 90, because then if it does, well, then it's no good. So you glue everything. And now how do you get this to convert? Is you take your 1.5 inch pipe and then you put it to the 2 inch reducer, and then from the 2 inch reducer it goes into the 2 inch hub, which converts into a 4 inch. And then since this is a little piece like this still, I'm gonna end up, this goes inside of this, glue that there, and glue it at the T connection here for the clean out, because that's the last place it'll be connected. And then obviously when I connect the rest of this, it wouldn't be able to ever move. So that's how you convert your sump pump into your downspouts. And this is how it looks after you glue it together. Like I said, please make sure you glue it, because if anything's going to happen, if it's in a disconnect anywhere, especially if it's not at the 90 down there where it comes down, it's going to be right here where you connected it to your 4 inch pipe. Now, the fact that it's green doesn't mean anything. It's the same pipe as the white pipe over here, but obviously you do not want any green coming up above the ground, because why would you want green on white? So white on white looks a lot better, but it's the same thing, and it can be used for in the ground. And here we go. Now we have it all piped up. Here's the pop-up emitter. This is where the water is going to come out. Once again, you do not break the curb because it is illegal. This way the water facilitates above, can drain onto the grass, over the curb, into the street, to the drain down the street. As you can see right here, I have it completely downhill, so there's no chance at all of any water backing up. All the water's going to do is come down here. It has to build up. As you can see, I have an extension piece, which you just cut off a bell end, so that way the pop-up fits right on top of it. The 90 still has the hole in it, so it can drain out at the bottom, but it comes here, it all builds up here, and then the head pressure forces it to come up and make the pop-up work, and all the water go onto the curb. That's how it's done. And this is my front right side finished. Grass all back how it should be. Everything's set up, everything's working. As you can see, the pop-up emitter pops up, water builds up a little bit, goes over, goes onto the street, just like that. That's how you fix water issues and washouts. Like we said before, please use the PVC. The black corrugated pipe is no good. But that's it. Another job well done by Stafford Park Drainage Water Solutions. Like, comment, subscribe, and remember to share these videos because they help the channel out greatly. Thanks. Until next time.